The movement of the stars after the creation of the universe. Surah Luqman 29, He has subdued the sun and the moon in such a way as to provide the means of survival and evolution for human beings. These suns and moons are running for their appointed time. One interpretation of this is that they all run for a certain period of time. Another interpretation is that the sun and the moon have their own age and will continue to run until that time. In another place it is said, Surah Ar-Ra'd 2 translation, It is God who has raised the heavens without pillars as high as you can see. His interpretation is that the sun and the moon are rotating according to his command and will continue to do so until the day of resurrection. It is said that the sun is moving in its place. Its place means under the throne, which is adjacent to the other side of the earth. These and all the stars reach here and go further away from the throne. No, because it has legs and lifts. And this cannot be imagined in the sky revolving around the sky. Whoever considers it will believe it to be true. The sun and the moon are mentioned only because they are the two largest and brightest of the 7 planets. They are both submissive. You were subdued as the first. For example, do not prostrate to the sun and the moon, and do not prostrate to the stars.
A place placed on the movement of the stars, said Surah Prophet 33, and it is the one who made the sun and the moon, and all the days, the sun and the moon and the stars run in the sky, as they are swimming. The interpretation is that each of the sun and the moon are swimming in their own orbit. It is a sign of Allah. The only thing that God left them in their medieval after the creation of the sun and the moon. For billions of years, these orders are circulating the ruling of their Lord. System without this circulation cannot continue their journey. The sun moves the earth on the ground due to rotation in their own orbit. Every particle of the universe is the need for God's talent. In another place he said, Surah Yasin 40 translation, Neither the sun can catch the moon nor the night can come before the day, and all are swimming in their own orbits. The interpretation is that the orbits of the sun and the moon are separate and each is restricted to its orbit. The sun cannot enter the orbit of the moon, nor can the moon enter the orbit of the sun. The moon revolves around the earth in a short orbit, while the sun is rotating in a wide orbit. Therefore, there is a big difference between the orbits of the sun and the moon. It is interesting to interpret the movement of the sun and the moon as floating in the water.